In this video, we're going to sketch the graph of y equals 2x plus 4 on a Cartesian number plane. And the first step for us to do that is we want to find the y-intercept. And so that's going to be using our plus 4, part of our equation. And so we start from the origin, and so plus 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so that we're going to draw a big dot there at the y-axis on y equals 4. So that's our y-intercept. Next, in order to sketch this curve, we're going to look at the 2 part of the 2x. And so what that means is we've got a slope of 2 on this curve. And to work out the slope, for every 1 unit we go across to the right, we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to go 2 units up. So every 1 to the right, 2 units up. So we've got a dot, a blue dot for our y-intercept of 4, and we've got a red dot for us to show that we'll be able to do our slope of 2. And so we join these dots up. And now we've got a curve. It's a straight line, but it's called a curve. Okay, it's a straight line curve. And so we've got our equation labelled here on the curve as y equals 2x plus 4. So that's our first step, is sketch it through the y-intercept. Next, we want to be able to find what our x-intercept is. So I've highlighted that one yellow there for our x-intercept. And to find our x-intercept, we need to have a look here. So we're just going to go y equals 1, y equals 2, y equals 3, y equals -1, -2, -3, and so on. We need to ask ourselves, what's the value of y on the x-axis? So at the x-axis, what's the value of y? So it's at this point here. What's the value of y? Y is 0. Y equals 0 at the x-axis. And so what we're going to do, if y is 0, let's clean up a little bit. Where y equals 0, we know that 0, so y is 0, 0 equals 2x plus 4. And for us now to find out the value of x, so we actually can see it there, x equals minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on, 1, 2, 3. We know that x is going from, visually, or graphically, we can see that x is going to be -2, but we need to see algebraically how we can get that. So when y is 0, our y equals 2x plus 4 equation becomes 0 equals 2x plus 4. And we solve this, so we have 2x equals -4. So please watch the video on inverse operations if this is going to be a bit confusing for you, with -4 from both sides. And now we're going to divide both sides by 2. So we've got x equals -2. And so that's our x-intercept. So let's clean up our numbers here. So we have sketched the graph on our Cartesian number plane. We'll sketch the curve. We've labelled the y-intercept as y equal to 4, and we've labelled the x-intercept at x equals -2. Next, we want to find the midpoint. So midpoint. So we're going to find the midpoint of this line, of this segment here. So the midpoint is the middle point. So graphically we can see that the middle point there is there, and that's when x is -1 and y is 2. So if we put that in, we've got our x value of -1 and our y value of y equals 2. And so that gives us the midpoint, M. M is for the midpoint. Okay, so let's clean up our curve a little bit more. Okay, so we've found the midpoint. Next, we want to find the length. Okay, the length of that line segment. So for us to be able to do that, I think that it's helpful for us to draw this triangle, 2 units that way, 4 vertically, and it's there. It's a right angle triangle, so I'm just going to colour this in so that you can see that I've just duplicated this triangle here. Okay, and we've got units, so this is 2 units in length along horizontal. Vertically it's 4 units in length, and we want to find the value, so I'm just going to label that as A and B. So basically we're finding the length of AB. So AB squared, using Pythagoras, AB squared is equal to 2 squared plus 4 squared. And that equals 4 plus 16, which equals 20. And so we know that AB squared is equal to 20. Okay, but we want to find AB, not AB squared, so we have to square root both sides. So AB is going to be square root 20. Just write that slightly neater, square root 20. Excellent. So in this video we have been able to sketch the curve of y equals 2x plus 4, and it's shown in a red line, a red curve on our Cartesian number plane. We've found our y-intercept is 4. We've found our x-intercept at x equals -2. We've found our midpoint, the coordinates of the midpoint at x is -1 and y is 2, so that's labelled as M. We've found the line segment between the x-intercept, which we've called A, and the y-intercept, we've called B, so we've called that line AB, and we've found that that length is root 20. And so it's fine in this situation to keep the length in exact form, or surd form, or square root form. So it's root 20. Okay, thanks for watching the video, and I hope this has been useful for your understanding of coordinate geometry. Okay, thanks for watching.